Can't believe you went through with it. Poor town. This bears investigating.
Hey, welcome to another edition of PTOM Theater. I'm Executive Editor Michael Raparez. With me in the studio is...
Brett Elston, Capcom-Unity Senior Online Community Manager. See if I can get the word community in there one more time.
Community.
Thank you.
Community is a show that should be continued on TV.
It's a fine show.
Yeah. So we're taking a look at level 2 of Ada's campaign.
Yes.
Which is, I think, my favorite level in the entire game.
If I had to pick, I struggle to pick a best one, but, you know, Leon's has a lot of strong points. They all three do, but this I probably would say is my favorite. It's, like you see here, this is much more of a return to form for Resident Evil. I feel like it's a great bonus campaign at the end of the game that is full of a lot of high-action, crazy moments, but like you'll see in this demo, the Ada campaign, lots of barrel kicking, but it is very much closer to the slower paced parts of RE4, where like you actually do solve some puzzles and work through some rooms and actually try to like figure things out.
Yep.
Plus that awesome arrow gun, the crossbow. But yeah, after you finish the first 3 campaigns, you unlock Ada's campaign, and the point of this is much like RE4 gave you separate ways in Assignment Ada. This is kind of a extended epilogue for the whole game, so the story, even when you beat the first 3 campaigns...
This looks like it might come in handy.
Ah, yes. Wouldn't be a Resident Evil without a crest.
Nope.
And a piece of a crest, no less. You still can't get the full crest. And it fills up with zombies.
Just sort of fall down on their heads and are okay.
This is brings up a good point. I can't decide what these guys classify as, because they're more corpses and not zombies.
Yeah, well, they're not zombies in the traditional Resident Evil sense, in that they're, you know, people who've been killed and possessed by this virus.
Right.
Like, these are genuinely old corpses.
Yeah, like I was saying, this definitely gives you like a more complete vision of the story, and it kind of wraps up some loose ends, as well as takes a moment and just slows down. So it's this great like post game piece of content that I actually really like a lot. And
it overlaps with the other 3 campaigns. So, like, you know, right now this intersects with Leon's.
Yeah, you're about to bump into Leon.
Second mission here.
Yeah, you'll bump into Leon and Helena pretty soon here.
So, yeah, we look at the door.
This is going to need something particular to unlock it.
And we have that, so there we go.
We have one.
This looks like it might work. But where's the rest of it?
Where indeed? Oh, is it going to show us?
It'll suggest you go, oh, the door opens.
This door that just opens.
Six Flags haunted house.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't go in the door that's about to unlock.
Oh, no, it's far too scary.
And fall 30 feet under your knees.
Oh, yeah.
Totally fine.
I hear this game sucks.
I don't agree with that, as you might imagine.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, you gave it quite a favorable score.
I gave it a 9 out of 10.
And I do feel like, there's negative reviews, but, like, you know, fair enough. Opinions are opinions, but it's also like there's a large number of very positive reviews, even aside from your own. And it's like when a game's that divisive and has that kind of reviews.
Here's a ghost thing.
Oh, ghost thing.
Gross thing.
Oh, gross thing. Just suggest play it yourself and find out. Like, if a game gets unanimously good stuff, it's like, I kind of know which way everyone leans. But if it's like you see 9s, 8s, and then down into the 5s and 4s, it's like, well, clearly it worked for some people and didn't for others. I had a great time with it. Like, I'm not gonna acknowledge that. Of course, there's some things that I like. The reviews point out things, and even yours that are like, well, yeah, those are known things with the game that. Maybe they're great on you, maybe they won't.
That's the same color as the chest I just saw.
But yeah, I think just play it yourself. Find out.
I mean, you know, look at some of the criticisms people have, and this is my favorite puzzle right here.
This is a cool puzzle. I actually sat here for a while, and the solution was way easier than I thought, because I overthought it. So
I overthought it too, partly because I was kind of terrified.
Yeah.
But so we killed this guy, and then we look up, and there's hanging bodies everywhere. Yeah, I'm terrified.
But what's cool is, like, you see the locks on them, so you think, okay, well, I should probably shoot these locks, because that's been set up earlier in the level.
Like so. Oh, tension.
Tension. So, dead body just falls. It's like, okay, that didn't do anything. But now look back up, and you'll watch, like, okay, I guess that didn't work. And then eventually...
Any second now.
We should see... Oh, God, another one.
So that implies there's somebody up there with a theoretically unlimited supply of bodies.
I didn't. Yeah,
I just dropping them.
Yeah, I didn't play forever to find out if there's a limit to the cadavers that the Simmons family tomb has amassed.
Yeah, but just who would build this mechanism?
That's why it's Resident Evil.
Yeah, and who would pack it with these corpses just everywhere?
That mansion from RE1 was designed to be a weird trap, but I guess that carried on even in 6. So the bit here is you pull that switch, and clearly you need to go down there, but it doesn't stay open, and but just the way you walk into the room, like you just want to start messing with those bodies, and you can get led astray, and you know the whole solution element.
That's true.
It's quite fun.
Oh, this isn't creepy at all.
Yeah, but yeah, this is just this is why it's kind of my favorite part of the game,
because it's much stronger with puzzles than other parts than other campaigns.
More missing pieces.
Well, I feel like this game is a very like truncated like microcosm of Resident Evil. Like there's some stealth stuff where you don't want to be seen and try to run away. There's puzzles, just straight puzzle solving with no enemies whatsoever, like we're seeing now. There's crazy action moments that we know from RE4 and 5. And that completes the circuit because you do know that corpses are conduct electricity.
Yeah, well, they're still 90% water even after years of burial, apparently.
And also, if you're watching this and somehow have not played the game at all, the HUD you see that tells you where the key is up there, you can turn those off. So if you're wanting to like totally immerse yourself and not like get caught up in or not have this thing constantly tell you where to go, that is turn offable.
That's true.
Switch offable?
Off switchable?
I'm trying to find a way to say it that doesn't get the word awful in there because it's the opposite of that.
That's true.
And this puzzle too, I sat here like
this took me a while.
And it's one of those puzzles where I'm like, no, I did it right, and just was doing it like 1% wrong. Like I had the right idea. So the hint there is that this corpse is covered in arrows. So and they're really enamored with it.
That's true. They're in love with it. I'm gonna do it wrong first though.
Yeah. So you think like I'll just jump over.
Oh shit! Oh, this is a terrible turn of events. Oh, but the zombies are all dead. So what does it matter? And there's a crate I can kick, so hooray me.
And you got some more bolts, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an area where I started running out of bolts, and I had to like keep jumping in and killing the new zombie corpses just to get more bolts, because I kept messing it up.
Yeah, so one of the things that struck me about the game, and that I think not a lot of people, including a lot of reviewers, grasped, is that the combat is kind of weird. Like, the first, we've talked about this, you and I, before, but the first impulse is to play it as a shooter.
Yep.
And that doesn't really work because there's not enough ammo to support it.
Yep.
And then you realize that like you can just wade into zombies and wail on them, but
which also doesn't work.
Yeah, it works, but it's not sustainable because you got the fatigue meter.
Yep. Depending on where you are, there's areas where you could probably just bang on them and be fine, but in areas where you're really surrounded, or I don't know. Mercenaries, again, spoiler if you want to figure this stuff out yourself. But that's why I don't want to spoil it.
Warning.
Yeah, that's why I want to do, because this is like one of the few areas of the game that just has like I mean, I understand the controls take a minute to get used to because it's not quite Resident Evil, but it's not quite regular shooter. It's kind of this in between, and like playing Mercenaries, I felt was a great way to really acclimate to it. And then you find out that it's actually quite like you're very mobile in a very positive sense. It's not mobility that like takes things away or gets confusing or cumbersome. It's like, I mean, I can roll and dodge, and like the other day I finished Jake's campaign on Professional fighting Ustanok at the end.
Oh wow.
And like there's so much like ducking, rolling, and sliding to stay away because he's like, I don't want to spoil the boss battle, but you're in a very precarious situation where one wrong step and you're basically going to burn up. And it's a very cool final boss fight with him, and even that's not the it's not the last time you'll see Ustanok, but the mobility there like really shined through, where I'm like, I'm dodging all these attacks that each one of them deals a ton of damage, and because of the controls, because of the way they're implemented, I'm just not getting hit. Like I'm actually evading things, and I feel very invested in this fight, and I feel that really comes through in Mercenaries. He's got the eye.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pry it out of his face.
And he's got the tooth.
Want to play? Huh?
His tooth. I can't have it.
Reminds me of a Mr. Show skit, Rap the Musical. I'm an old gold tooth, and I'll tell you the truth. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Oh man, It's one of the best skits ever.
And look at that asshole. Dick.
Of all the doors he had to meander through. Oh, you can get him from behind.
Oh, they can get me from behind. That is an unattractive naked corpse.
And if a monster has a...
Oh, shit.
Dynamite. So yeah, when they get stunned...
I can do that at least.
Oh, weird. They didn't even kill him. Oh, because he got a helmet. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, shit. So, this is an interesting feature in RE6. But when you're down, you're not dead immediately.
Yeah, if you can keep them away long enough...
While that meter fills.
You will revive. You can crawl away.
Oh!
Clocked with this shuffle.
And that's the end of our video, everybody. Keep an eye out for PlayStation, the official magazine.
And Capcom-Unity.
Capcom-Unity.com.